She's a good friend. She works in
مساء الخير، نامسكارم. السلام عليكم وسلام من متحف البحرين الوطني في مملكة البحرين الغالية. من دواعي البهجة والسرور إن أرحب بكم اليوم في هذا الحدث الهام لإنقاذ التربة 50 في رحلة 100 يوم. Today, the 15th of May, marks the 57th of Sadhguru's iconic 100-day journey across the world to expedite awareness of and restore soil health. 40 days, braving relentlessly through storms, rain, and snowy mountainous terrain, and sandstorms now. He is here in Bahrain. طبعاً بسبب الحداد الرسمي على وفاة المغفور له بإذن الله portions of this event. نود أن نشارك بعض اللحظات التي مرت بها حملة إنقاذ التربة مع Sadhguru. We'd like to share some moments that the Save Soil movement with Sadhguru has experienced so far.
Yeah, because
for their hard work, their time, and dedication to make this event possible. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Flowing, and he tried to cross it, just knee-deep water, but halfway through he did not have the strength to continue, so he held on to a branch that had fallen there. And we do not know how long he held on. People say it was a very long time, but in his weakness he might have, even a few minutes might have felt like a long time. But he had no strength to take the next step. At the same time, he was not the kind of who I am. Why am I walking all over the place, doing all kinds of difficult things and torturing myself in so many ways, when all I have to do is turn inward? That gave him the strength to take the next few steps, and then he went and sat under the now very famous tree called the Bodhi tree. This was on this day, the full moon is on earthworm, you would be very peaceful and also eco-friendly. Now with this intelligence, everything seems to be a problem. Whatever you give to a human being, they make a problem out of it. No. Even physical is not a suffering, physical is just pain. Why? Because most people still have not come to enough awareness that they would even be able to preserve themselves if there was no pain in the body. See, wherever there is no pain in the body, only the doctor looks crazy. So on this day, on Buddha Purnami, the glorious moon is out today, this is Buddha Purnami moon. On this day, Gautama realized that the only way to be free from suffering is to be beyond the mind. Once you're above your physicality and your psychological process, that is the end of suffering. And only when there is no fear of suffering will you walk full stride in your life. Otherwise, every step that you take is a half a step, because the fear of suffering, what will happen to me, what will happen to me, always holding you back. I want you to look at your life carefully. Being human is super. And the world and the planet, what a mess we are making out of it. Because our intelligence needs a conscious handling. But right now, our intelligence, we are still treating it in a compulsive manner. You know well, you will always live in suffering and fear of suffering. When there is suffering, it is on. When it is not, when you get a respite, there is a fear of suffering all the time. This is why… No, all of you, I'm asking all of you there. Yeah. Whatever clothing you're wearing, is that you?
No.
It is yours, I will not dispute it for now. And one day a dispute will come about that also. But right now we will not dispute it, this is yours. It's not done anything significant, but… Now I'll pick up this vessel and say, this is my vessel. You will think, oh, Sadhguru seems to have some problem. But let us listen, everybody says he's very wise. After some time, there are wonderful human beings in the world, hello?
Yes.
Everybody who is wonderful, if you change their origin from somewhere else, now there'll be a problem. Human beings will have no aspiration to be wonderful. You know, we are a volunteer organization, over 5,600 full-time volunteers, enthusiastic, but they don't know what to do. And you can't fire them for inefficiency because they're volunteers. You run something like this, you'll go mad. Days of the week, 365 days, nearly 18-20 hours a day, every day. So a lot of horrible people we have. But if you see that what you're doing is very significant, you have to work with these horrible people. But if you want to work with perfect people, you must go to heaven and today. Hello? Because the problem is not about whether somebody is wonderful or not. The problem is just about, can you get the best out of people around you? Huh? Hello? For this to get loving, wonderful you are, just look at that situation. So you're capable of being like that. Make that the baseline of your life. It fires once in a way. It must fire every moment of your life. Hello? Because in your life, if you do not do what your life, if you are conscious of this, if you are conscious that your time, your life is running away like this. See, in southern India, when somebody dies, we don't say he died. We'll say kauverycalling. This means his time got over. Perfect, isn't it? Actually, there is no technique to avoid it. You know this, all of you? No, I just want to check, am I talking to mortal human beings or immortals? Because there is nothing to do with immortals, they're hopeless cases. I don't know personally how many he killed, but people claim personally he could have killed over 15 to 20,000 people, that is with his own sword. Overall, his armies killed nearly 1.5 million people in those days when populations were way below what it is today. Killing a me, as human beings have issues, it's okay. Hello? We have disputes and issues. If I have an issue with you, the best thing is I bash your face up till it becomes like a watermelon. There are disputes, always there will be disagreements and disputes, but how we conduct it is left to us. If we conduct it in a civilized way, it will lead to solutions. Otherwise, everything is Alexander the Great's way. But anyway, he was so great. Time, you will waste this time that we call as life. So no? Doing things that won't matter. That in your life, you're doing something that genuinely matters to you. Otherwise, you will do all kinds of silly things that don't matter to you. And anyway, I'm just telling you, revealing a secret. I'm just telling you, there is no container service. You come with nothing and go back with nothing, and it's great. At least that's an eco-friendly way. And your body will float forever and ever out there, till somebody picks it up. We don't know. It's a vast space out there. You want to do this?
No.
I'm taking the bookings, $1.7 million. I'm saying, if we do in many ways because of Hollywood and so many other influences, if all the 8 billion people have to have what an average American citizen has, we need 4.5 planets. But right now we have only half a planet. 52% of the world's topsoil is already gone. Mission. I'm only against the suicide. Everything else can be handled later, because right now it's the death of the soil that we are debating. If the soil dies, all the other aspects will be meaningless. Is it even possible that solid soil can die? Yes, because soil is alive. Your life right now is a consequence of what is happening beneath your feet. It looks the way it looks, but it's alive. It is the largest living system, not just on the planet, not just in the solar system, in the known universe. The largest living system is the soil or the topsoil of this planet, which is just 15 to 18 inches. This much soil around the world is the basis of life on this planet, just this much soil. 15 to 18 inches of soil contains zillions and zillions of life forms and millions of species. About 260,000 people died. This war is mainly for fertile lands. In this 260,000 people, 50% were chicks. It is alive, rich with microorganisms. To what extent means a handful of soil like this can have 8 to 10 billion organisms, that's how alive it is. If this has to stay alive, they need food. What happened to their food? Because the organic matter which they can consume, that's the only thing they eat. And the organic matter that they need to consume can come from only two sources. An animal life, there is simply no other organic content anywhere in the known universe. There is no organic content anywhere. I'm stressing on this because a whole lot of people think they can print organic matter on their 3D printer. Unfortunately, we've gotten into such states of mind that people think we will print the food. Whatever nonsense you want to do, you still need organic content. Shall I tell you a story and kill yourself? Or you can take technology and make something, it all depends whose hands, isn't it? It all depends in whose hands it is. So this is an important moment in our life because we are at that the entire world. Never before was it possible. We are talking about Gautama the Buddha, a gentle being like that, as great as he was, when he spoke hardly 10 people could hear it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Today you can sit at home and speak to the entire world if you are committed and willing. All I'm asking is, are you willing?
Yes.
If you're willing, this many people, nearly 6,000 people in the world to make the necessary policy. Yes, all of you here, 6,000 people. If you make up your mind, you can do that 2 billion. What is it? Your hands will stay busy like this or will you get like this?
Yes.
Hello? Use the skills that you have, use the knowledge that you have, use the technologies that you have and make this happen, because if we don't do this now, in another 20 to 25 years, we will be a very regretful generation. I don't want you to go there, nor do I want to go there, nor do we want our children to go there. Hello? This is our discount, 45, 55% discount. When I started in London, I was telling everybody 100 days. Now I'm saying 45 days, 55% discount, you can't say no to me. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Are you on?
Yes.
Can I treat you as an earth buddy?
Yes.
That means minimum 15 to 20 minutes a day you spend every day consciously spreading the message, not about me, about the soil. This is the important thing, because this is the mother of our mothers. Everybody that we know came out of this. Whether it's a worm or an insect or a tree or a bird or an animal or a man or a woman, everybody came out of this. Yes or no?
Yes.
If we destroy this, we are destroying life on the planet, and this is a crucial moment in our life. This has to be made into an incentive-driven policy. Every farmer who gets his field into 3% organic content, he must be given a certain incentive, a financial incentive, because found out not even 2% of the farmers in the country want their children to become farmers. Why? Everybody wants to pile up into a city because it is heartbreaking. It is not a doctor or a lawyer or whatever other professions which drive people to cities. If we don't do this, the food security of the world will suffer immensely. I am asking, taking India as an example, in 25 years' time, if only 2% of these people are going into farming, you think you can manage to feed the population? This is true with the entire world. The same is true with the entire world. In some places it may look stark, in some places migrations are already leaving lands empty and walking away. If food was growing on the land, would anybody drag their families through unknown terrain and take them somewhere else? Do you believe that? If the soil was rich and it was possible for them to grow food on their lands, will they take their women and children and drag them through all kinds of places? Nobody will do that. So this, if you do not understand what is the all-unifying cosmic consciousness, at least you understand all of us come from the same soil, eat of the same soil. When we die, we go back to the same soil, unless you pay $1.7 million to me right now. Hello?
Yes.
You know, can I tell you a story?
Yes.
Shall I tell you a nice story from my memory? I only know her when she's over 100 years of age. But she was active and alive by herself, and she will do various things. One thing that really kind of impressed upon my mind, one thing is she was a great storyteller. Endless stories. Endless stories means not many. If she starts one story, normally we met her only in the summer vacations, which is 35 to 40 days, we are there in our ancestral home. Like that. They would be saying, "Oh, you old woman, you giving away all your food like this, you will die like this." They all died, she did not. So she would be sitting there and the ants are eating her breakfast. She would be watching it, tears flowing down her cheeks. I'm like 4.5, 5 years of age, I see the ants. She wouldn't stop me, that is the best part. She's feeding the ants, I'm killing them, she won't stop me. And I ask, what's the problem with you? Why are you so emotional about these ants? My problem is I'm a little boy, they get up all on my legs and, you know. Probably you've not had an ant bite for a long time. You must try it. Go stand on one of those places, boom, they come up all. And in India at that time, the culture was an unmarried girl could not chew tobacco. But the day she gets married, she gets the right to chew tobacco. She exercised her rights on the first day. From the age of 14, she chewed tobacco every day. So at the age of 111, she got throat cancer and she refused to be treated. She did not even take painkillers. She was in enormous pain, this was like this, she was in all wet. And every cell in my body is dripping ecstasy. Initially, I am a super skeptic. I shake my head and think, what the hell is happening to me? Maybe I'm going off my rocker. Then I ask my closest friend, something is happening to me, I'm just feeling blissed out all the time. I think, come on, what did you drink? What did you… being a peaceful human being, does it matter?
Yes.
You being a loving human being, does it matter?
Yes.
The earth that we live on is rich and wonderful, does it matter?
Yes.
We must say a clear S every day within ourselves and around us, this is important. This is very important. We are shy of saying things that matter to us, lousy things we will talk to each other. Hard land to work on, but he's doing a good job. So there was a farmer.